After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Point after, right down the middle. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. The throwing again is Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. South.
Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Second down and 3.
11. Here we go.
Etienne once more. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 56 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And oh, that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. 2nd and a couple.
On red. 11. Red.
Lawrence will throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Go. Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Right to Texas.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stroud steps away to his left. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Look the high.
Stroud out of the gun here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys for the championship round next weekend.
Hey, easy. Route.
Another tote for Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Stay right open.
From the shotgun, Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Will Anderson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
13, Lou. Here we go.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on second down. Stroud, short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
On the quick, right?
Again, it's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
To throw again on second down. Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon, touchdown, Houston. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Decent 24.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rip, 23. Sink right.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Red on red. 11. It's hot.
A handoff for ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's caught again by Schultz. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go.
Here goes Stroud again. He'll let this go deep for Collins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Delson in motion. Stroud looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. Here's a give to Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, Lion!
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Route. Here we go.
Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game.